Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. I can't believe it's been 6 months, but if you remember 6 months ago, rising Democrat star, Andrew Gillum, he was the first black nominee for governor of Florida or some shit. He lost to Ron DeSantis back in 2018. And so, you know, the whole story. I did a video on it, you know, them finding him in the room with some gay escort and another guy, and meth and shit and piss and vomit everywhere. It was quite a disgusting sight. And he's married with 3 kids, so you can see how that might throw a wrench into things. So all that shit happens to him, and then he goes into what? Rehab. Every time a celebrity or someone famous fucks up, whether it's drugs or they're a sex addict. Remember Tiger Woods? I'm a sex addict. Man, what fucking man isn't a sex addict? Get out of here with that shit. What are you doing in sex addict rehab? I don't even understand that. Anyway, so he goes to rehab, and he says that he didn't smoke any meth because they found meth and pills and shit in there. And he says that he didn't smoke any meth, that his thing was alcohol, that he's an alcoholic. Okay, maybe he is. But as someone who is a proud non-meth smoker or injector, meth isn't like weed or alcohol. When you bust out the meth, that changes the whole mood of the get-together, doesn't it? You ever been somewhere and someone's like, hey guys, you want to do some meth? Yeah, me neither. I don't roll with the meth type. That's a certain type of clientele. Methamphetamine is some serious shit. It changes your appearance. It changes your mind. Meth is serious. You don't just casually hang out with your buddies. Hey, I'm going to be over here drinking beers. You guys be over there snorting meth. Doesn't work that way. Oil and water, they don't mix. I think he was full of shit. How do you end up with a gay escort, not just a gay person, a gay escort? Is this dude's job to fuck dudes? He's in a room with you and some meth, but you weren't there for him. Man, please. So I kind of felt bad for his wife. You know, maybe she didn't know this shit. You get blindsided by your man playing with dicks in a hotel room, throwing up everywhere. And he says he's an alcoholic. So how many alcoholics get to that point when you're hanging out with other people? Now, what I mean is, if you're by yourself and you're like a hardcore alcoholic to where you drink and pass out and throw up, I would think that's more of a private thing. When you get together with your boys, you're not trying to get to the point where you fucking puke and pass out. Sounds to me like they got in there, started mixing shit, maybe some drugs, some alcohol. He couldn't handle it. So I felt bad for his wife. I say felt bad. I do still feel bad for his kids. That's totally fucked up. And his kids are pretty young, but what happens when they get to the age where kids are going to start holding their phone up? Is this your dad? That's fucked up. The reason I say I did feel sorry for his wife is because they've come out with this interview with this girl, this woman named Tamron Hall. And she sat down for the first time. Andrew Gillum speaks out about that night in the hotel. So his wife says, and I couldn't find the entire interview. You can find it with like other people talking over it and shit, but I couldn't find the whole thing, but you can find clips. And there's a clip of his wife talking about how they agreed to an open relationship before they got married, and how she didn't want the rest of the world to know about it because she would be okay with it, you know, between them, but she didn't want to have to explain it to the world, so she wanted to keep that private. So this is what you wanted. That ain't no real fucking marriage. Marriage is not an open marriage. Like, you can fuck whoever you want, I can fuck. No, that's not marriage. So you signed up for this. You agreed for this dude to go out and bang whoever he wanted. Now, like I said in that video 6 months ago, I believe that his marriage was a marriage of convenience. Even though, yeah, they had kids, you got to commit. But when a person's trying to hide something, they will go to extraordinary lengths to hide it. That also includes laying down with someone you don't want to fuck, but in order to keep the facade up, you have to and pop out a few kids. And she's equally fucking crazy because she knew this shit was happening too. She knew these kids were just for show. Now, did he love his kids for real? Yeah, maybe. I don't know about that shit. But this is what you wanted. This is what you signed up for. Of course, you didn't sign up for it to blow up in your face. But when you're hooking up with a man of importance, as far as publicly, shit might get out. So maybe she couldn't find a man. Maybe she tried and just exhausted all her efforts. And she's like, oh, hell yeah. He's willing to marry me. I don't care what stipulations there are in the contract, so to speak. I want to get married. I want a man. There you go. He's a good looking dude. Very good looking man. I'm sure it was easy for her to hook up with him. And she's like, oh, I'm still going to get kids out of the deal? Done. Sign me up. So this motherfucker comes out talking about how, oh, I went to rehab for alcohol. My daddy was an alcoholic, and that's why I was an alcoholic, and I'm so ashamed, and I didn't want people. Man, shut the fuck up. Be honest, all right? Maybe he's afraid that if he came out and said he's gay, that Florida would turn on him. He'd never have a political career in Florida again because it's a red state. People would probably have more respect for him if he came out and admitted it. Bisexual? This motherfucker came out and said, I'm bisexual. Man, are you a fucking 20-year-old college student? Are you a female college student? Who the fuck is bisexual? Man, stop. Look, my personal opinion is you're either gay or you're straight. We all know the saying. You can't have your cake and fuck it too, right? Pick a side. Grow the fuck up and pick a side. Either you're gay or you're straight. How the fuck are you gonna be bisexual? But Jericho, I'm bisexual. Bullshit. Pick one. That's not how life is. You can't have it both ways. You must pick a side. If you're gay, be gay. If you're straight, be straight. But I think being bisexual is a bunch of bullshit. Pick a side. You either like the vagine or the penis. Which one is it? Man, it's so sad. I don't believe this fool. You can watch the clips. You know he's full of shit. Bisexual. Stop. Dude, just come out and say you're gay. Go ahead and, go through whatever that's going to bring you admitting that you're gay. Shit, now, if you're part of the LG, and I guess, yeah, you got one of the acronyms. You got the B in the LGBT alphabet soup group. Bullshit. So why don't you just go ahead? Why don't you just go ahead and come out and say you're gay, man? Why are you hiding? Why are you hiding behind this flimsy-ass bisexual bullshit? Oh, stop, man. I mean, time will go by. He'll probably get back in politics. He'll never live this shit down. But I just think it's fucking laughable and ridiculous that you're going to come out and say you're bisexual. Man, stop that shit. What are you, in a sorority? You fucking make out sometimes with your sorority mates? Let's stop that shit. It went bad. People found out. You went there to get all messed out and have a dick fest. It went wrong. Everybody found out. Just come clean. But bisexual, that's bullshit. Pick a side. Anyway, on to something fucking hilarious. No, you know what? Let me say that for the end. Let me say that. I'll say that for the end. So, all you people who are lucky enough to live within the borders of New York City, and have the misfortune of being led by Mayor de Blowsio. Well, this motherfucker dealt another blow to New York City. He has canceled the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Why? Oh, we know why. Because of the sweet and sour sniffles. He's worried about people getting COVID-19 by gathering in large groups. Well, wait, no, he's not, because he lets BLM riot and protest. He got together with a bunch of people to paint Black Lives Matter on the street. Remember that shit? He's standing around, I don't know how many people with no mask. So it can't be because of the sweet and sour sniffles, because if that was the case, he wouldn't allow that other shit to happen. Unless he's fucking lying. And he's talking about doing a virtual parade. Stop with the virtual shit. The virtual town halls, the virtual school, and now the virtual parade. What, are you gonna line a bunch of iPads up on the fucking sidewalk so people can watch the floats go by? What, you gotta stay inside and watch the parade go by from inside your building, your apartment, or wherever you live? The shit should go on as planned. If people can get together to destroy and harm, they should be able to get together to enjoy. You know what that means when you see those big ass balloons on TV? It's Thanksgiving. It's the start of the holiday season. There's a different feel in the air. People are more kind. People are going to be getting together for dinner. What? Now you're going to have people calling in and snitching? You better watch out if you live in LA. Somebody calls the hotline and turns your ass in. Next thing you know, you're sitting down to eat and the fucking lights go out. And the water won't come on. You're turning the faucet and nothing's coming out. LA already tried to cancel Halloween, cancel trick-or-treating. People said, what the fuck? And like the next day, they're like, all right, well, we won't cancel it, but, you know, maybe we recommend you do this and that, and maybe trunk or treat, you know, where people hand candy out of their trunk. What the fuck's the difference? And you, what do you mean, okay, we won't cancel? You don't cancel shit. People can wear masks. It's the day that more people are wearing masks than any other. Let those kids get out there and get some candy. Wipe the candy down if you want before you give it to them. How are you going to explain to kids that we have no Halloween this year? There's no trick-or-treating. There's no Thanksgiving dinner, or at least not with the family you're used to. It's Christmas next. You're going to cancel all the Christmas parades? No more Santa because kids sit on his lap? I had a buddy of mine, I don't know if you're watching, but if you are, what up, Anson? He posted something from the CDC's website. It says the CDC does not recommend wearing masks to stop the spread of COVID-19. So why in the fuck are we wearing them? There's another meme out there that I saw where it shows what's happened in California since Governor Gavin Bang Your Wife Newsom enacted a state of emergency. This shit is ridiculous. Is it real? Yeah. Is it the apocalypse? No. We've been doing this shit long enough. Let's start getting back to normal. And canceling the fucking Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade is not doing that. You know what you guys should do if you want to be able to have the parade as normal? Just put on some BLM t-shirts. Put on a BLM mask. Write some signs, fuck the police. Then you can stand out there and have your parade and nobody will fuck with you because you're supporting Black Lives Matter. I'm sorry, certain Black Lives Matter, if we're being honest. So that's all you have to do to circumvent these bullshit rules and regulations. Just make a sign, put on a BLM t-shirt, and you're free to go about and do whatever the fuck you want. New York City, if you guys keep the Blowsio, you guys are a bunch of fucking fools. I heard Giuliani might run again. That's exactly what we need. And California, we're not a lost cause. You should have seen what the state looked like in 2003 when we elected Arnold Schwarzenegger. The whole damn state was red, so it can be done. Now, Arnold, he was a shitty governor, but we need a good Republican to get in there because these fucking Democrats aren't cutting it. Now, let me tell you something funny. And I wish that we could all get together, not just California, but all these states dealing with bullshit ass politicians. I wish we could all do this. I wish we could get together in the millions and do this. So this YouTuber, I don't remember his name, but I'll put a link in the description box. This dude goes to Nancy Pelosi's house, a.k.a. David LoPan, a.k.a. that liver-spotted demon. This dude goes to her house. He sets up a camera, goes across the street, stands in her driveway, or excuse me, squats in her driveway, and takes a shit on the ground. Yes! I wish we would line up a million deep and just go by and everybody take a shit in their driveway. Take a shit on the front lawn of those politicians who constantly want to bend us over with no lube. That's what they deserve. They deserve all of us to take a shit on their front yard because you're allowing people, especially in California, you're allowing homeless to take a shit in our streets. You're allowing them to shit in front of our homes. You're allowing them to shit in front of our businesses. People got to come in extra early to allow time to remove the human feces. So why not bring the feces to you? Hashtag bring the feces. That's going to be our new campaign. We are going to have people all across America find these shitty governors, these shitty congressmen, and these shitty mayors. Don't say nothing, don't protest, don't break nothing. Just grab a roll of Charmins, go to their house, and take a nice ropey shit on their front yard, because that's what you deserve. That's what you've been giving us. You've been giving us steaming piles of shit all this time. Why can't we give some to you? But I'm sure that's breaking some kind of rule, some kind of indecency standards. You can't shit in somebody's yard. Then don't let people shit in ours. Don't shit on us. Don't fuck us over for somebody who shouldn't even be here. Don't allow our cities to burn for some fucker who deserved to get shot. Because when you do silly shit like that dude in Lancaster running toward a cop with a gun, guess what's going to happen? That cop is going to make your lead intake go up. And these ignorant, stupid motherfuckers went out there and started burning that damn city when there's footage of this crazy asshole and you see his mugshot. He looks nuttier than squirrel shit. There's footage. Body cam footage. The dude has a knife over his fucking head like this. The cop's retreating backwards and shoots the motherfucker. And guess what? That cop is racist. Well, if that dude was coming after me, call me whatever you want, but you better call me going home to my family. This shit is ridiculous. But shout out to that YouTuber for taking a dump on Nancy Pelosi's driveway. Now, you know that wasn't her primary residence. You know that's not her only home. She's worth $300 million. But I say we find all of her residents and shit on them all because that's what they deserve. Now, let me hop in the last leg of my damn weekend. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a piece of shit liberal cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone, link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.